Hello YouTube, this is Black Sun Goku with you at another YouTube video. I've been hearing some rumors about Kevin Durant and the type of criticism he's got because due to his ashy legs, and a lot of it has to do with with the current situation in the NBA and obviously because of COVID. And then people are making jokes I'll say it is a surprise. I wouldn't say it's amusing. I just say he needs to take care of himself. And probably because right now he doesn't care, because maybe with concern, yeah, he's not a perfect person, especially even if he's the most valuable player. It's he probably it's not that he doesn't have time, it's just because he feels like he's in no rush to do it to clean his legs. He's in no rush to fix his hygiene. And it's no offense to Kevin Durant, because I do have respect for him. So I do can see where he's coming from. Maybe in a situation where with the NBA, he's you have to do so much just to be in perfect shape to become an all-star. And there's so much you have to do, because sometimes his job comes first before anything. So especially if you're an all-star, you're making millions and your salary is huge. You're making millions of dollars. For some people it may not be too much, but we're not in his situation. It would be a lot for someone to deal with. So. And I'm not here to criticize or insult, but the one that I did, someone did recommend this to me. Someone did. It was actually my sister. I think she showed me on Twitter about his ashy legs, because when I saw that picture, I was thinking of the Black Mamba. It may be that Kobe Bryant was part of him, and if anything, he should take that as a compliment. So, this thing is, there's so much going on. So, I can understand he needs time. Some people should be able to take care of themselves, be able to clean themselves when they show up for a game, because they don't want to be judged. You want to look good, you want to look fresh, you want to look fly. You don't want people to see you as a dirty hobo. They don't want you to see you as some player who's irresponsible, even with someone who has a lot of rings, who has won a lot of championships, who's a scoring champion, and you expect to see him in the Hall of Fame. But like I said, Kevin Durant is his own person. I don't blame him. He can be himself as much as he wants. And reason being is that I'm sure they're the same thing with James Harden. There was people talking about crap about his beard, but it wasn't a big deal after, because he was being himself. He didn't feel uncomfortable. I think that's the same thing with Kevin Durant. He doesn't feel uncomfortable about his appearance right now, because that's his own business. He'll do whatever he can. He'll probably sort it out later, but he's got other things on his mind. That's what kind of distracted him from actually doing the things that people expect him to do, for cleaning his ash legs. And I understand it's not something should come off as easy. It's not something you should be able to go out in public and think it's okay. What I'm saying is that eventually he'll get it. Whatever time he has, he'll get it sorted out. He has other things in mind that'll distract him from doing certain things that help him keep him clean, keep him fresh. Like I said, because he has his own life, but it's for him it's not a big deal, because he has a celebrity status. So it's for celebrities, they get judged all the time. So that's what he's gonna be noticed regardless. So you're gonna notice people are gonna notice his legs every single time they see him on TV. So he's not surprised at all, because people kind of expect to see him pretty much all the time. I wouldn't say all the time, but pretty much every day of their lives, because they value him as a player. They are fans of him, and he's a role model. So they expect him as a role model to take care of himself, to be in good condition, for him to have some sort of respect for the fans, and to give a good entertainment for the audience, show some good views for the people that enjoy his games. And we don't know. I feel a lot of the times, maybe the reason why his legs are ashy, maybe he was doing some intense training. That's just my point of view. But That's what it is when you participate and become an NBA player. There's so much you have to do that you tend to forget the like some important things in your life that you get like that you believe that in some way it shouldn't matter because like you only think those are people's opinions, but at the same time it's also taking care of yourself because you want to be here and being good. You want to give like a good impression. You don't want people to judge you, especially if you're going for an interview. So and then when you get started, they don't want people to think you're some lousy player that doesn't know how to. Although he's not a lousy player, but I mean lousy isn't not being able to like dress, not being able to wash like, after a game, after training, because that's what a lot of people expect when you're in the NBA is to be able to take care of yourself after. Because even though you're doing so much, it's like you also have to have common sense too. But in him, with maybe for him it was common sense to happen to not make it such a big deal because those are people's opinions, like I said. But like it doesn't affect him because I'm proud because like the reason why I'm proud because like he doesn't care because he knows he's gonna get haters. Not everyone's gonna like him. He doesn't expect everybody to respect him because he's his own person. And like I said, like even if it's a joke, but it's like he doesn't care regardless. He's gonna give his response to people who may question him, like whether it's the sportscaster or whatever, the news reporter, like his coach, his teammates, because it's gonna happen regardless. Not everyone is gonna expect to be complimented. I guarantee he doesn't. He's not hoping for a compliment. He's not asking for it, and he doesn't care about criticism because he's his own person. Like I said, like he's only in it for the money and it's his career, and I don't blame him because when your job is on the line, you have to pretty much do it. Especially when it comes to making millions of dollars and your salary will, tends to stay at that value, tends to stay at that currency, tends to stay at and keep it consistent all the time where you just become rich and rich. It's like you can afford almost anything in life, but you can't because like you can afford so much that no one else could possibly afford with that kind of money because of how huge his career was, and his career was huge, and he was one of those players, especially scoring 20 points every single season throughout his career is going to make him even more richer. And then what people he's trying to make people understand that money is the money that comes first, and he's gonna make so much. It's like I may not whether he's the richest man or not. Like that money is gonna help him throughout his entire future. Like where when eventually when he's on vacation, when he's retired, like he's gonna have the best life in the future until the end, and then he'll be able to live his life a lot smoother than when he's done the NBA. People remember him as like KD. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, although it was a pretty long rant and I was pretty long-winded from what I was saying, but it's mainly to get my point across, and I hope you guys enjoy. Comment, like, and subscribe.